She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about a feature.
So first, let's start with the material I use. I use the Apple Pencil 2nd generation to write on my iPad Pro 11-inch model with 128 gigs of storage. And basically this device is where I write all of my university notes and where I plan all of my YouTube videos. So it's an essential writing tool in my life. And this brings us to today's sponsor, Paperlike. Paperlike is an iPad screen protector that feels just like writing on paper. And with every purchase, you get a set of 2 Paperlike screen protectors and application accessories that make the application way easier. It allows you to get more control over the Apple Pencil when writing, sketching, or drawing, and I draw a lot since it has resistance and roughness, and it makes the Apple Pencil so much more enjoyable. And don't worry, the screen protector is friendly to the Apple Pencil's tip, and after 2 weeks, I haven't felt any wearing to the tip. And it also ships worldwide for free! Anyways, the app I use is Goodnotes 5, and I'm going to show you how I organize. I basically have folders for every single thing, and here is where I store all of my university folders, and I have a folder for each class that I take this semester. Basically, let me show you my chemistry folder. I have my presentation, so basically the PowerPoints of the lectures, my chemistry book, and basically it is online, and I try my best to annotate and highlight important stuff that I want in the book. And I have my PowerPoints where I try also to write whatever the professor is saying during the lecture or after the lecture when I listen to the recording. And finally, my chemistry notebook where I like to write the name of the unit and then move on to the actual notes with the name of the chapter on top and the actual notes. Before I start taking my notes, I like to re-listen to the lecture and write down important stuff that I've missed and maybe highlight important parts in the book so that I can write very efficient notes. And when I don't understand anything, I like to Google it. Here's a preview of my notes. This is my biology notes, and usually I like to do calligraphy and like write my titles all fancy and stuff, but it's very time consuming, so I don't do it as much. I try to do this, which is basically typing the title out on Fonto, and I will be showing you how right now. Basically go onto Fonto, plain image, and just choose a random plain image, write your text. I'm just writing insert text and using the font Babus New. And I like to add basically pink stroke, and I like to add shadow. Once you're done, just click save as PNG, and you can go back to Goodnotes and add your text just like you see, just like I have written. Delete this. Anyways, I like to use the app Forest so that I can focus without any interruptions. When I study, I usually do 25 minutes of studying and 5 minutes of break. And after doing all the lectures and listening to them and highlighting the book, I like to start taking notes. I have the lecture slides open on my laptop and the notes on my iPad. That way I can focus on what I want to write. And whenever I feel like I'm not confident with the information, I like to Google it and just add everything to my notes, just to make sure everything is correct. I like my notes to be very condensed and full of information because after I finish writing my notes, I will not be looking back at the book or the PowerPoint anymore because these notes have everything. So I like to make them very condensed. And here is me taking a screenshot of something the professor talked about in the lecture, like a drawing and wanting to add it to my notes. Basically, what I like to do is drawing over them. I feel like it makes me memorize stuff better, so I just get the picture, put it in, and trace above it. Because honestly, right now as a pre-med student, I don't have time to draw everything myself like I did before. I used to draw everything without outlining, but now I don't have time. And as you can see, voila, it's there, literally. And it took like 2 minutes to just outline. And after that, I annotate all the important parts, and I like to use the highlighter tool to color, even though it frustrates me a bit, but I still use it. What I like about this app is that you can change your mind however many times you like. If you don't like the color of the text, you can just literally click recolor and just change the color until you like it. And I do that a lot because I am someone very indecisive, and I have like a precise vision of my notes. And yeah, I go back sometimes and change a lot of things. I like to make important or summary text very obvious so that I know this is something I have to focus on. And whenever I'm moving on to a new title or subject in the chapter, I like to make it obvious that I am, so I draw those big lines or titles that separate the first part from the second part, and that way I know this is a new concept and stuff. Yeah. And here is me taking a break. I finished up my 25 minutes. I was taking my 5-minute break. I got myself some chocolate ice cream, living my best life. I was going through my comments, replying to some, and deleting and blogging some. Yeah. Now back to studying. Let's go. So I feel like flowcharts are super important when it comes to studying, because as a visual learner, I memorize stuff that I see, so this helps me study so much. Whenever I feel like there's two items that can be compared, like positives and negatives, or this versus this, I like to draw a flowchart just so I can organize my thoughts. And basically, I am a neat freak, so I make sure that they're equally spaced, but that's just me, you know? And I feel like decorating my notes helps me remember the stuff, because I remember how it looks like. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm a visual learner, and that's how I learn. And I always make sure to add examples so that I remember. Over here I gave a stupid example about myself in biology, but you know what? It still helps me remember, so it works. And yeah, that's the finished product. I hope you guys like it or that you learned anything. I will make a more detailed video soon, but that is all for now. And yeah, thank you for watching.